So I'm back in Cornwall for a couple of weeks. Just visited my parents, kind of hanging out. It's really great to spend some time with family in between big trips. And I've got a plan. One thing I can't really train very well is power. One of the key things you train with power is a campus board. So I'm thinking I can make a campus board which comes from here and comes outwards. And then I can use that to train power. Should be pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now is going to go to the shop where I can buy some wood. So as part of my quest for power, I'm going to try and make a campus board which comes out the back of the van. So I have this piece of wood and then I'm going to try and have it kind of coming off these points and coming up at an angle, and I'll hang it off these connection points I have in the van. So hopefully that will be kind of stable enough. And I've got 6 campus rungs and they'll kind of go on the board. Potentially there's room from the side, or maybe I'll just cut it down just to kind of keep it as light as possible. Being in Cornwall, visiting my parents for a week, I've got access to a workshop. Definitely helps. So I'm laying out the campus board, and they're going to be, the moon spacing, and Ben Moon's really strong, is 22 centimeters apart. I squash it up a little bit because it's not a very long board, and I might have a couple of rungs like the other way up because the profile is harder one way, and that could kind of make some variation. I can just do ups and downs or something on it. The only problem is the screws that come with the snap campus rungs, they're too long for my board. So I've got some other screws here, but they're too fat, so I'm just going to drill them out and make them all the holes in the campus rungs a bit bigger. Look how beautiful this wood is. Because I don't want it to be something I have to like screw together and bolt up every time. So what I'm going to do is I have these housings, and because the whole length of it with legs on won't fit under my bed, what I'm going to do is going to have these bits where basically I can just slide the leg up inside it, and then I'll use some of the spare aluminium from my hangboard creation, and that will kind of give it the cap. So hopefully that will be strong enough to kind of take all the weight. It's got a nice plush, like tight fit, so when I slide in they won't fall out. Now I just need to cut the aluminium, and I'll use a fret saw. And hopefully that'll be strong enough. Now I'm just putting some counter punch holes in where the other screws aren't, and then what I'll do is I'll drill and countersink this a little bit, because the only screws I've got are countersink head screws. That should probably do the job. Then it'll be quite close to a moment of truth. Now these are countersunks. The screws will go nice and flush. These eye plates are going to fix to the inside of the van with the string, and these little boxes looking pretty good, really flush. Slide them in and out. At the end of the slots, I basically put a bolt into the end of the wood and just rounded them off pretty roughly. But the idea is that that hits the eye plate and doesn't mess up the wood, and it kind of keeps it tidy on the back, even if there's a lot of movement going on. And as we come out, you can see we have campus board! Here's a joke. That works pretty well. seconds to put up and easy to train, seconds to put down. Pretty pleased with that. I think it's a great invention. It's hot as balls in Chamonix today, but I'm having a training day. So with a campus board, I'm going to do 1,000 moves. Not 1,000 moves feet off, but at this angle, like the shower angle, doing feet off. And just kind of keep doing reps depending on which hand I go up with. And then I will move the board down and do 100 move up and down with the feet on, and that will make it a bit easier, but also work really well for training.